Okay, you guys, let's jump right in. Here we are on Gen B Social Facebook fan page. I created this so I could walk through and show you guys how to set it up on a new page. Here you can see this is what it looks like when you're logged in as a page admin. You have your publishing tools, notifications, messages, all the good buttons inside, right? So on this page, you have a few areas that Facebook tries to get you to start promoting and start paying for their ads. One area is right here. It says promote. So you could theoretically click here and choose one of these lovely 4 options and start promoting your page. I don't recommend it, and I'm going to share why here in just a moment. You can also, when you have, my favorite friend, Subi Zimmerman, when you have a post on, you can click to boost your post. It also says promote page here, promote website. There are no lack of options to promote and run a campaign from your Facebook page. Here's why I don't want you to click any of those buttons right now. Boost your post, maybe later. All the other ones, no. Right here, you're going to be receiving limited options. They do this as a very easy platform for brand new beginners that have never done any sort of Facebook advertising and never had a free tutorial on how to do it right. They've made it easy for them to click here, say, here's my money, and Facebook, you go figure out who to promote it to and how often and how much money I'm going to spend or waste on your time. That's not what we want to do. We want to have more control over your ads and over the audience that you are speaking to. So, okay, Jen, I don't click those buttons, but how the heck do I start running ads? We're going to go over to a place called the Ads Manager. If you are on your page, you can click promote, this blue button here on the right-hand side, and you can go down to where it says go to Ads Manager. That is a great, quick, easy way to hop in here into the Ads Manager from your Facebook page. So now you can see that I have an ad actively running that I'm just playing around with. This is your Ads Manager, okay? There's a few options up here, account settings, billing. Those are all things that you're going to want to set up when you get going with the ads account, putting in your credit card so they can bill you, all of that kind of thing. The Power Editor is something that as you progress through Facebook ads is definitely beneficial to get into. As you're learning and starting, just stay out of there. There's a lot of different options, which is great for more advanced techniques, not for beginners. So for our case, we are going to head right over here to this beautiful green button and we're going to click Create Ad. Okay, so it's going to pop up here and give us a few options. What kind of ad do we want to create? Now, the top 3 that as a beginner, you're probably going to be using most is boosting your posts, which you saw you can do that from your page, promoting your page, and sending people to your website, right? So what we are doing, we want to promote our page and get likes. See the little thumbs up? That means a like to me, at least. So that is the option we're going to click. So we're going to click that and it's going to bring us and ask us which page we want to promote. So I'm going to click Gen B Social because that is the page I want to promote right now. The campaign name is going to auto-populate for you. It's going to put in the page name with page likes. You can change it. There's really no reason to unless you just have a really specific reason. I usually just leave it the same. Okay, so you guys stop for a second, grab a pen, grab some paper, because if you're not taking notes yet, I want you to take notes here. There's some numbers and things like that I really want you to have in your mind when you're going through and setting this up. This is your audience area. This is one of the most important areas to a Facebook campaign. It doesn't matter how beautiful your photo is, how perfect your text and your copy is, if you're shouting to the wrong people. Okay? Take that down. Note it down. Okay? We want to make sure we're talking to the right people. Custom audience. This is, again, a more advanced option once we get into retargeting with pixels or creating custom audiences based on lists and things like that. We're not concerned with that right now. You will get there. Don't click around. Don't get confused. Where does your target market live? The locations, okay? My target market, we're going to say, is in the United States. Where else do they speak English? Let's do Canada. Some of them do. Let's just do United States and Canada. So my audience generally would be a little bit larger than that. I would probably do Australia, maybe United Kingdom, anywhere where I feel like that there's a large English-speaking population, because right now, currently, my products are not in any other languages. So I maybe should look into that. So now we know where our target market lives, right? And this is stuff that you should have figured out prior to launching your Facebook page and campaign. Because if you don't know who you're talking to, how can you service them, right? So make sure you know and identify who your target market is. My target market is 25 to 45. So they are young, new moms, middle of the road moms. They are single boss ladies, age 25 to 45, okay? That's just kind of the generations that I have put for my demographic and the products that I release. I do focus on women. I like to connect with other female bosses and rock stars like I am here at Gen B Social. Little self-plug there. So anyway, now what languages does my audience speak? Well, if I don't have products in other languages, I probably want to stick to that. So let's go ahead and put English in there, right? Okay. More demographics. Again, an additional option, but nothing that you need to worry about right now. We're keeping this simple. We're getting some eyeballs on your page. Okay, so it had auto-populated some interest in here based on the categories of my page. I wanted to take those out because I want to show you how to start from scratch. If they're in there for you and they work, then that is more than okay. So let's go in and put our interests in. So what is my ideal audience? What kind of things are they talking about? Let's see. So if they are looking to build a business online, they're looking to build a business via social media, they're moms, they are trying to lose weight. So let's go weight loss. Weight loss, fitness and wellness. They are talking about online or maybe work from home, right? Work from home opportunities. I don't want to get spammy. Let's do home-based business. These are keywords. As you guys have built your business and started building your business, you should have been doing keyword research to find out what are the topics that people are listening to, reading about, researching, that are part of your target market. So for me, I run a home-based business. I am a coach and a mentor. So I am helping women determine what their true passions are, what their strengths are, and how to fulfill a life and build a business around that. So weight loss, fitness, mental health, nutrition, self-care, all of those things go into it. So that's why I've got weight loss and fitness and wellness, obviously home-based business. Let's go life coaching. Someone that is interested in finding or studying about life coaching. Let's do business coaching. Okay, so those are some good topics. Okay, what groups are these people part of? What would they be? Where would they be going to find this weight loss information? Or, I want to put social media on there, social media marketing on there as well. Sorry. where would they be going, or who would they be going to? So for my target market, Chalene Johnson is huge in our industry. We don't want this to get over 1 million because that means we're too broad. Now, putting in just crafts is going to get us a very broad audience. So I'm going to take that out. See, that brought us down to 1,800,000. So we're still over a little bit, but it's not nearly as bad. And we can put in some behaviors to narrow that down and bring that down a little bit. So let's just go ahead and say we want small business owners. And look at that, holy cow, all the way down to 390. So that's below, because you want the range to be between 390,000 people to 500,000 people to 1 million. Above or below that, you don't have enough, or you just have too many. You don't want to be shouting from the rooftops to everyone, or you will not be reaching people that are actually interested and will be buying what you are selling. Got what I'm saying there? So let's see what else. Fitness. Let's do physical fitness. They would be into physical fitness. Okay, now we're back up to 2,600,000. You guys, I want you to play with this and find, it's going to take you a little bit of trial and error to find the interests and behaviors of your ideal market, your ideal person. Who are you talking to directly? What do they like in their daily activities? What do they do? Are they homeowners? Are they, what do they do for a job? What kind of phone do they use? I mean, come on, if you're selling apps and you can narrow it down to Apple or Android users, if you are automotive, you can narrow it down to someone that may be in the market. You guys, this is just amazing what you can generate with Facebook ads, which is why I love them, and I'm here sharing this with you. So I'm going to leave it at this. To run this as an actual ad would not be effective. It's not going to enough people for my liking, but it's a great example to show you how to play around with these for your specific business. Okay, the budget. Oh, wait, let me show connections. So we want to connect with people that are connected to Facebook pages, right? But we want to exclude people who like my page. Obviously, I don't want to be spending money marketing to people that already like my page. And maybe I shouldn't say marketing, but sending an ad campaign asking for likes to people that already like my page. They're going to be like, Jen, I already like your page. Why are you wasting your money? So that is what this option is here. Always make sure your page is there. Daily budget. I get a lot of questions on this, and it really depends on what you can do. I suggest not starting with anything less than $5. It's kind of industry standard per se for social media and Facebook ads. Now, does that mean if you can only do $1 a day that you shouldn't start? No, not necessarily, but your results are obviously going to be different. Now, if you can, does that mean you should only do $1 a day or $5 a day? No. If the more budget you put in there, the more activity you're going to get. The less budget you put in there, the less activity you're going to get. It's just how it goes, people. So go with what you can do in the beginning that can start generating some traction for your page. We all know Facebook is pay to play now. Your fan page is only going to be receiving 2 to 3% of organic reach. 2 to 3% of organic reach, okay? So know that it is possible to gain traction, but you have to be doing it right. And this is setting up your like campaign is the right place to start. This schedule, you want to run your ad continuously starting today. Okay. If you're like, okay, I want to start it on Monday, for some reason, your target market isn't available on Fridays or Thursdays or whatever, you could do that. Set your start and end date. I say just set it, run it continuously, because you're going to be coming back in and tracking the productivity of it and the effectiveness of it. So if you decide it needs to end, you can come in and end it yourself, but that way it doesn't get shut off. This optimize pricing, ad scheduling, and delivery type. Optimize, we're optimizing for page likes, right? We don't really care if someone just clicks on our picture. We want them to like our page. Pricing. So here is a little bit of a gray area. In the beginning, I want you to start here. Get the most likes at the best price. Okay. You will be charged for impressions, but you will get way more clicks this way in the beginning as you know what you're doing. Now, as you start watching, as the ad has been running for a while and you get to see and figure out, okay, what am I paying per like? You see what that is. You come in here and I want you to set this. Okay, this is all based on a bidding platform. This is a auction platform. So if I set this to $5 per like, if I'm willing to pay up to $5 per one like on my Facebook fan page, but the rest of the Facebook fan pages in my target audience or in my niche are only spending $1.50 per like, I'm going to be paying around $1.50 for a like, but my ad's going to get shown first because I'm willing to pay more. Okay, so here's a little secret. Because you put 5, 10, whatever in here doesn't mean that that's what you're going to be paying. It's going to be what the average is, target bid per like in your niche. So track what you're paying and what the average price is, and then come in here and set this a little bit higher, because then you're going to be put at the beginning, you're going to get your ads shown more. To start, leave it at the most likes. Contact me if you have questions about that additional. And as I'm speaking here, I'm thinking I'll probably do an additional video on that as well. Ad scheduling, just go ahead and leave that right now. Again, a more advanced option if there's times and dates to turn your ads on and off. Delivery type, just keep that exactly where it is. These are all, again, more advanced options that you can do. So that is setting up your audience, you guys. That's really all there is to it. When I go in and do this, let's just quick overview to show you how quick this is, because talking about it in detail obviously takes a little bit longer. But if I were to come in here and I were setting up an ad, I would put in United States, Canada, Australia, maybe United Kingdom. Boom, those are in there. I would set my age range, women, English. I'm going to put in my interests based on the keyword research I've done for my business or for this specific product. I'm going to start narrowing down my potential reach to get that between 500,000 and 1 million. I'm going to make sure that my page is in here so I'm not doing a like campaign to people that already like my page. I'm going to set my daily budget. Keep this the same. Keep this the same. Those are all the same. Done. Audience is set. Now that you have your audience set, let's go into what Facebook calls is step 3. So your graphics. Here are a few notes. Remember that notepad and paper? I want you to write these down in addition to what we just wrote down about the audience. Your images need to have less than 20% text on them or Facebook will disapprove them. They don't want them to be spammy or just blaring advertising. They want to keep Facebook feeds a visually pleasing experience for the users. And I get it, because I don't want to have crazy overpowering text ads either. I'm there to scroll and see the beautiful images, and if something catches my eye, then I will interact. So keep your text to 20%. If you just search for the Facebook text overlay tool, you'll be able to upload your image and Facebook will help you determine how much of the photo is covered with text. Another suggestion that I have is making sure that your images are branded for you. Make sure that you have your logo and your colors. Make them stand out so someone knows they're yours. If I'm scrolling through my feed and I see a fire engine red with a handwritten looking text, very simple, I'm going to think Coca-Cola, right? If I see this is really a bad example, and I don't even drink soda, but if I see, a blue background with a little circle, one side's blue, one side's red, it has a white thing around it, I'm going to think Pepsi. Okay, I'm going to know those brands. You want to create the same reaction in your audience with you. Make sure your branding and your logos are on your images and they're consistent. Your image size, the recommended size is 1200 by 628. You want to make sure, I would not go any smaller than that, or your image could become pixelated and look very grainy. You can go larger. Facebook will shrink it down. If you're not going to make it those exact dimensions, the 1200 by 628, I would recommend going larger and letting Facebook shrink it down. Okay, so let's go ahead and select some images here. Facebook does have a free stock image option. Let's start there, okay? Again, not the best option because you want to have your branding on them, okay? If you're just starting, sometimes it could be a good option, but overall, I would say don't use them long term. For this example, we're going to use them because obviously I don't have my external hard drive plugged in with all my images on it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the cover banner that they automatically pull. And we're just going to find an image here. This looks like an entrepreneur mind, a lot of scatteredness, and you can choose up to 6. So we're just going to take the first 3. You want to choose images that are going to evoke emotion, that are going to make someone stop and go, what's going on there? What is that? I need to know more about that. Oh, a free offer? How do I get that? You want to do that. You want to evoke that emotion, something that's going to cause somebody to stop scrolling. Happy, sad, fear, enjoyment, excitement. Those are all things that you want people to feel when they see your image. That's going to grab their attention. We're human beings. We like emotions. We like to see them expressed in the photos on Facebook ads. Okay, this is what it comes down to. So that is step number 3 with your images. It's really that easy, you guys. So again, to recap with that one is your graphic must have 20% or less text on it, okay? Facebook does not want spammy, graphic-heavy images to ruin the beautiful feedback or feeds of the Facebook users. You can have it tested against their overlay tool to see how much text is on your image just by uploading it. You can Google the Facebook overlay tool and you'll be able to find it. On your photos, have a logo and branding on your photos. Keep it consistent so people start to recognize you and your brand and what it stands for. You want your photos to evoke emotion. Bring the emotion out of the user and you will connect with them so much quicker, bringing them to that know, like, and trust phase that all of us in marketing love to get people into. Okay? So that is your visual side of creating your ad. Next, as we move down here, now we're going to go into the text. What text and links do you want to use in your ad? So your text you have right here, you have 90 characters to include. Now, what I suggest doing to make these very effective and evoke action and get people engaged with them is you want to have one call to action. You want to highlight a problem that your audience is facing and you want to offer a solution. Yes, all within 90 characters, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just do a very quick example here. I'm going to do a call to action of click to learn ninja tactics to overcome, we're going into a problem, social marketing headaches. With easy to follow tutorials Okay, so perfect. This is what I wanted to happen. It went over the 90 character limit. How do I know this? Because it is highlighted in orange and has the little warning sign. So what you can just do is start backspacing, let it refresh, and it will tell you exactly where your 90 character limit ended. So I will continue to go, oh, right there. So TU. So I'm just barely. So like us is our call to action. I'm going to put overcome social marketing headaches with easy to follow tutorials and tips. Okay, we are in like Flynn. So we have our action, right? Like us. We have the problem, social marketing headaches, and we have a solution, easy to follow tutorials and tips. Okay, whether that's the best copy, sometimes you guys, I can spend some good time, 15, 20 minutes just with this 90 character area. So make sure that you get it right, but also don't stress and fret on it. You can test it and come back and watch how it performs and change it. That's the beauty of Facebook is we come in and analyze and we adapt and we overcome. So we're going to click here, show advanced options, because we want to address what is called the headline. This only shows up in the right side column ads, which you see here on the right hand side as you're scrolling through your Facebook newsfeed, right? The smaller images. So our headline is limited to 25 characters. And again, I suggest having one action and having a subject. Now, your subject is your value. What are people going to get out of clicking and liking this page? We want to use strong words that inspire people to click. So join us. Let's see. Again, for 25 characters, you can spend some time here to get this right. So I'm going to try to do this off the top of my head. Join us turn passion to profit. Did it work? Nope. Again, I'm deleting this. Okay, turn passion to profit. It is an action. We're turning our passion to profit, but it's also explaining something. We're taking our passion and turning it into product. We're creating an income stream. So that one would work for me. And then landing view is timeline. And photos, there's not a whole lot difference here. Again, you can always click on these little exclamation points and they will remind you what each little feature is for. I'm going to go ahead and go back here. So you guys, that is your text area. Again, we're going to recap here really quick. Your text area on the top here is limited to 90 characters. You want to include one action, one problem, and one solution that's going to reach out and grab the attention of your target market. You're also going to go down here on your headline. So this would be hidden. You're going to click Show Advanced, and your headline is limited to 25 characters. You're going to include one action and one subject, something that's going to gain your attention, gain the attention of your followers, your potential followers, your tribe, and inspire them to click and follow through and follow your page. We want to give them some value, let them know that what they're going to be receiving for us. So that is the text portion of your Facebook ad likes. That is how simple it is. We've done our text, we've done our images, we have completed our audience. We are good to go. So we are going to go ahead. If you want to review your order, you can click here. It's going to show you again the name, your audience, the campaign, your bid type, bid daily budget, how often, all of that. If you need to edit, you can click here, or if you're ready to go, click place order. And done. So now our order is in the review process. This can take a few minutes. It can take a couple hours based on Facebook's, I don't know what, but it can take some time. So once that is in, you will just wait. You will get a notification once it has been approved, and then you can start tracking and learning more about how to optimize your ads for additional likes, and moving forward, how to run campaigns for other opportunities on your Facebook page. Thank you guys so much. It is a pleasure as always to be here with you, Gen B Social, to help you turning your passion into profits, gaining confidence back in yourself, knowing that you can do this. I'm here with you every step of the way.